The Killing Antidote is a quote third-person shooting, fighting, dress-up, puzzle-solving, and more game that came out in early access October 4th of 2024. And that seems to be something like something something Orange Man bad, something something get vaccinated with totally no consequences of it backfiring, or else in regards to the story, I would assume. But anyway, let's jump on in here. So we start with our sexy Asian protagonist here. We're just going to be jumping into a building. All cool like. And as we make our way to the door, you're going to notice that I'm playing on controller, right? But all the hints are showing up for keyboard. And the game does have full controller support, but I don't know if this was like a software issue or what. But after getting frustrated with that not working, we just pursue on playing on keyboard and mouse to find our first audio log of these poor souls. We then continue on to find our first weapon of the game, and we give it the good old trying to figure out what the buttons are. And as we push on here, we're gonna smash our first zombie in the face, and he's gonna bounce like a basketball. And then we're gonna head on down to the vending machine because we want a white monster because they're the goat. Only to realize it's out of order. And then we're gonna turn around here and we're gonna see our friend from earlier rise up because I guess he wanted some of that Asian booty. But continuing on, we see Samara from the ring crawl across the ceiling there. As we bash some more zombies in. And then Mr. Whitecoat here is going to get back up. And we're going to whiff as he bites us in the ankle, as zombies do. Pressing on, we crouch under this obstacle. And see X marks the spot here, which is totally not a big clue, but I decided to go check the other rooms first. And we are going to find more zombies to kill. And if it isn't obvious from this awesome gameplay you've been seeing, I am not a keyboard and mouse player in the slightest. I mean, just look at me trying to figure out these controls. I mean, Lord help me, but we're going to finally get our bearings here as we enter into the room and go on to kill them. As we see some body parts go flying across, that's always nice. And then we push onto this locked cabinet here, and I totally missed the code that was there on the side of the wall, but that's fine. At least I think that was the code if I remember right. But then we head back to the X to give it a few whacks, only to not have anything pan out from that. And then back into the room where we found our first weapon. Don't know how I missed the daggers right there. But we try to break some wood. We check some emails before heading back to the X for it to finally open. And then we take out the zombie guarding whatever he is guarding in here. And it turns out it is the yellow key card, which is the missing piece that we needed to progress. So we open the door to the left that was previously unaccessible, and we find our first safe house of the playthrough and outfit. And this is also like pretty much every other horror shooting game where you can only save at certain points. And as well, a nice inventory stash for us. We go ahead and save there. So back in the axe room, I'm going to finally notice the daggers. Of course, as we mess up the controls a little bit. And after jumping back down, we grab the one off the bullseye, and we press on. And after taking 10,000 years to remember how to interact with things, we finally open the door. So continuing on, and holy jumping zombie Batman. So we're going to go ahead and finish these two losers off. And then we're gonna heal on up here, and we're gonna try throwing the daggers that we just were told about. And we're gonna miss the headshot because skill issue. But that's alright, we just go up and give him a few old 1-2 slash there. And here comes Bro's back up, just a little too late to the party. So we're just gonna try this once again. So we are gonna line up our shot here. And get absolutely dunked on, nerd. And we're going to think we're out of the woods here finally, so we can start exploring, only for this guy to come out of Narnia, you know, like, trying to get us again. But we climb on up on this crate here. And I guess the developers don't use Counter-Strike rules.
You wanna go for a jog, man? We can go for a jog.
Okay, but what are you doing with a knife?
What do you mean? Run faster with a knife. Everyone runs faster with a knife.
So after we unequip our weapon here, and after a few more fails, because I think we can grab edges in this game, which you can't, we continue on. So after wandering around, very disoriented here, and swapping camera angles left and right here, and doing a sidestep back, we're going to make our way around the corner here very slowly, and we're going to pick up this health pack. And then we are going to find our next objective, which is to enter and investigate the data room. And we're going to see another red X here, so we're just going to ready our axe. We're going to creep on up here, and let's see how this goes. And boom, holy zombies, Batman. I'm sure my epic keyboard and mouse skills will save me here. Yep, pass after pay respects. I died on level 1. Just let me go make a quick adjustment here.
Listen, kid, I think you'd be more comfortable over at that place.
Weenie Hut Juniors? Are you saying I belong at Weenie Hut Juniors?
Oh no, sorry. I was actually pointing to the place next to it.
Super Weenie Hut Juniors?
Yeah.
So one trip to Weenie Hut Juniors later, we make it back to the safe room. And we are going to find another outfit here. And we are going to start figuring out how this whole outfit situation works and how the controls work and everything, as we accidentally get into our underwear here. But we're just going to quickly fix on that and get like as comfortable as I personally think I would be. And then also we're going to find a skirt right here so we can get out of those jeans, because we don't need those slowing us down. We are finally ready to get our revenge. So we're going to go ahead and bash all the zombies in, and all that effort just to find an audio log. Yep, feels good, man. But at least we also find the holy hand grenade, so that's nice. So moving on into the next room here, as we see some very realistic physics. After smashing some zombies around, we are going to enter in the obvious passcode. Of course, after we get that guy. So yeah, we enter in that obvious passcode that we saw on the wall here to open up, of course, after we mess up the controls for the umpteenth time, to find some pistol ammo, and rip, because we don't have a pistol yet. But that's okay. So we're just gonna go on, and after hitting this button here, that will open up those doors down there. We are gonna once again check a few emails before going on and backtracking to the room from earlier where I missed the obvious code on the wall here, and there's our pistol. But that always isn't the case with codes on the wall right there. That's not always going to be the solution, just a little FYI. So we make our way back out, and because our short-term memory is so great, we're going to try to open this door. And now we're going to push on. Only for Johnny Rotten here to come out of nowhere and to go, "What's up?" before we pop him in the face and send him back to the dark abyss from whence he came. Only for this distraction to create a unnecessary ambush, and bro was literally guarding nothing. So back to the doors that we opened up from the computer room. We are ready to finally push on. So we're going to pop a few zombies here. Then we are going to climb some stairs. Only to come up here and kill another zombie. To see yet some more amazing physics at work here. And then after one zombie tries to force himself on us, we stab him in his freaking face before dispatching them and heading on down the hall into the next room, only to find some more zombies for us to kill. So we take care of them real quick. So moving on up here, we're going to find where we can jump down here. So we're just going to pop this poor soul right in his freaking face. And then we are going to turn around here to see what's behind us. And we're going to find a blood heart, which I think means something, but doesn't. And if it did, I didn't figure it out. And then after homie force jumps his way up here, we're going to finally jump down. And before going on into this door, we're going to turn right around to go into the door back there, but there was nothing in there. And I'm pretty sure we could hear the crying lady well before this. But here we are going to find our next safe room. So we head on in, grab this stuff real quick here, and then we get our last objective of the demo, which is to reset, find our the access code or reset the password for this keypad here, and we are going to do the latter. But after checking a few more emails and finding another shirt here, and a med kit that's going to definitely come in handy later, we find this vent shaft here. So we go down here, and my inner Dark Soul starts coming out as we start rolling. So we're just going to go ahead and take care of these guys real quick here. And after a few more Dark Souls rolls later, we are going to make our way down, and we are going to find a position marker, which I assume will be very handy throughout this game because I definitely got lost plenty of times. So we see another red X, and homie literally bursts through the door like he's been waiting his whole undead life for that. Only to find out he wasn't able to get good as we take him down, and we find an audio log here of his and homie's final moments. RIP. So after clearing the hall here, we're going to see a blue key door that we cannot access yet. But we find our next safe room here, and we're going to pick up some high heels, and I'm not even a woman, and that's not going to fly. That's just asking for death right there. So we go on here to check all the outfits and things that we've collected so far, and we try to figure out how the controls work and everything, and all the different customization options that are available. So we're going to go ahead here and get ourselves fitted here, and we are going to stumble across probably the most important feature here in a few seconds here. So after Brian and the rest of the goon squad get their jaws off the floor and into a cold shower, we're able to return our bus back to normal size and continue on into this office here, only to proceed to be jump scared for the 50 millionth time here. Now I'm going to save you guys the trouble as I check this email here. You might have noticed each PC we accessed emails on had a tab that says controller on it. Well, all the prior ones had nothing there, so I didn't even bother checking it this time. Yeah, big mistake. So after wandering around for 10,000 years, we're going to cut back here to where I finally make my way back to the room. And after reading the emails again, I'm going to finally decide like I might as well check the controller tab here.
Years on that.
So we're going to go ahead and reset that code here, and we're going to finally be able to see why Jamie's been crying. We're going to get on up here and start making our way back. And holy ambush, Batman. We better make a tactical retreat here. So after we do indeed manage to stay alive here, we are gonna flounder around here and panic shoot a few times, get knocked to the ground a few times, and somehow magically able to scoot on out of this room here to force them into a stranglehold here. We're just gonna pop a quick heal and go on to finish the rest of these guys off here to get jumped on again. But that's okay, because we can just keep on limp scooting on down here to finish off the last 3 enemies. Easy. And surprise, surprise, this little ankle biter is still alive. So after finishing him off, we finally make it to the door and enter in the newly acquired code here. And we enter on in for the end of the demo. And one surprise Pikachu's face later, and that concludes the demo. And yeah, I really like the game. And with the price of games these days, I would definitely say it's probably worth the $3 investment if you like zombie shooters and stuff like that. And it seems like the story is going to be solid. The only real issues I had with the game was the controller thing. But like I said, that could easily probably have been a software thing. Because like no one really complained about that in their reviews of the game. And also not being able to tell if zombies are dead. That was a little bit annoying. But I will definitely be picking this up in early access before it's at least $70 minimum in the future. And as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.